This entire time, my mic was not on. It's great. It's great. Hey everyone. Let me know who's here. If you're here and you're on this live stream, let me know when you're here, and I'll be here, taking deep conscious breaths, chilling, waiting, vibing. What's up, El Chico? Thanks for showing up. Welcome to Here Now Livestreams. How am I feeling today? Feeling pretty good today. Thanks for asking. I've been doing a lot of meditating throughout the day. It's been slowing my day down and in the best way possible. When we talk about a routine that feels fulfilling, I feel it's already here. Ronan, how are you? Welcome to Here Now Livestream once again. Glad to see you in the comments section, in the chat. We got Ronan in the house. We got El Chico in the house. I'm going to go ahead and get started with breath work and meditation. A little inner body awareness already. So, once again, welcome to Here Now Livestream. This is a space for us to grow, to learn, to heal, to be real. Yo, I just made that up right now. I kind of like that. I think I'm going to flow with that. Okay. Welcome to Here Now Livestreams. This is a space for us to grow, to learn, to heal, to be real, to be here now. And every time we step in the space, we expand our awareness around what it means to be here now, what it looks like to be here now, what it feels like to be here right now. All right? Get in a comfortable position wherever you are. We're going to take this time to integrate ourselves into this space. Some of us may be out and about, or we might have returned home from being out and about. Whatever that might be, we're going to use this time to integrate into this space as we shift from one energy to the next and align with this moment fully. Wherever you are, get in a comfortable position and notice any tension within the body. Just notice it. Release. Scan your body. Start from your toes to your heels, from your heels to your knees, from your knees to your hips, from your hips to your abdominals, from your abdominals to your shoulders, from your shoulders to your elbows, from your elbows to your palms, from your palms to your fingertips, scan your neck to your jaw, scan your face, bring awareness to your third eye and crown. Take a deep breath in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. We are now in sync. Jaden, how are you? It's good to see you here in the chat. How did that breath work and meditation feel, everyone? I'm feeling grounded. That inner body awareness, or just body awareness, it's grounding. For me, what I like about that is it pulls all of that mental activity, all of that chatter, pulls us out of the mind, and it pulls us into the groundedness of our body, where we're here fully. We could see everything as it is, minus all of these thoughts and all of the emotions that we have attached onto the stories, onto the items that surround us. It grounds us here in the now. You see, this highlighter, it's just a highlighter. But when we're so in our head and we're so in our mind, we begin to attach stories on all the material things, just the things that surround us. We forget that this highlighter is just a highlighter. Those books are just books. Things are just things. And it's nice when we're stepping out of the mind for a bit and feeling into our body. We relinquish attachment to all of these things just for a moment, maybe a couple moments, or for a few seconds or a few minutes. You come into yourself. This is why dancing is such a nice thing to do. When you move and you dance, you give awareness to your body and all the movements, each move, expressing yourself in a new way. So anytime you find yourself overwhelmed, overthinking, it's really nice to pause for a moment and bring awareness to your body. You could do a quick body scan. It's nice. It's nice to feel here. It's nice to be grounded. El Chico, thanks, I needed it. I'm feeling grateful. Gratitude, gratitude. Gratitude is another grounding state of being. To be in a state of gratitude brings you here. So the topic of, I wanted to explore this topic with all of you. Let's dive in. I like this idea of being in a space where when you're exploring a topic, right, you're in a space of an explorer. So there's no intention, or I wouldn't say intention. The intention is to explore, but there's no expectation of a certain outcome. We just go from path to path and see where we go. We kind of flow in that. We wander a bit, right? All who wander aren't lost. We're going to flow. This is what exploring is, and this is the energy I'd like to bring into this space, this energy of openness. So when we're unaware, we can actually, I would say, when we're uncertain, we have this sense of awareness around how to approach uncertainty, maybe even how to feel a sense of comfort in uncertainty, in that openness, in that space, like an empty room. An empty room. You can walk in an empty room and you can see different things. You can see an empty room. You can say it's boring. Or you can step in there and say, wow, and here exists infinite possibility. And here anything can be manifested. This can be made into anything in any moment. Any choice you make, any decision you make. In this moment, it gives you the opportunity to let go of the stories of the past, any identities you attach to yourself, to your thought system, to your belief system, to your identity. You relinquish it for a moment. Sometimes we find difficulty letting go of old identities. It's all right. We're not going to concern ourselves with this need to attach, because that becomes an attachment. All that's necessary is for us to be aware of that attachment and be aware of how it affects our state of being, the way we think, the way we act, the way we feel. The more aware of it we are, the more we know, the more aware we are, the easier it is to just naturally let go. Naturally. So in this space we are exploring. And today we're exploring the topic around what would it feel like to be fulfilled? Something came to me. What would it feel like to be fulfilled right now? Not fulfillment another moment from now. Not fulfillment in 10 years when you have the mansion that you had been dreaming of. When you had the car you had been dreaming of. The family, the friends, the job, the career. No, not then. What would it feel like? Not just feel like. Yeah, I like that. Let's dive into feel real quick. What would it feel like to be fulfilled right now? If you haven't already, I would suggest being in this moment for a bit and feeling into fulfillment. When I think of the definition of fulfillment, it is satisfaction and contentment in the moment. You're feeling satisfied in this moment. You're feeling content. It's not overly, it's on a spectrum, it's a stable and balanced state of being. Fulfillment can also be a feeling that is permanent, no matter what you're experiencing, right? This is why we dive into the question of what would it feel like to be fulfilled. So in this moment, let's take this moment to feel into what fulfillment feels like right now. Regardless of your life situation, regardless of your challenges, regardless of what you feel you lost, regardless if you feel you're losing the race, feel that sense of satisfaction and contentment in this moment. I like this little bell. I'm going to be bringing it into Here Now Livestream a little more often. Maybe every time. Fulfillment. when we step into this state of being, when we step into this level of awareness, where we recognize that we can step into a state of fulfillment, a state of gratitude, no matter our life situation. This is the moment we open up space to invite in peace, to invite in joy, to invite in fulfillment. Because how does this quote go? Where energy goes, attention flows, right? So if you spend moments like this, stepping into that state of being of fulfillment, and you step into it more often, and you step into it more often and more often, that starts to become a baseline feeling. That is natural to you. Completely still. So still that awareness is so obvious. That to be aware that you are aware is so obvious. You can't be unaware of it after being so aware of it. And the more you step into this space, you have a shift in consciousness. You expand your awareness. You expand what it feels like and what it looks like to live a fulfilled life. To be fulfilled. Because in many ways, we already are life. I have the tiger. Blessings. Welcome back. Welcome back to Here Now Livestream. For those who are who just hopped in, who just stepped into the space, I want to remind you that Here Now Livestream is a space for us to learn, to grow, to heal, to be real. Each time we step into this space, we expand our awareness around what it means to be here now. There are so many moments within life where we don't recognize when we're so in our head and when we're in the present moment. And right now we are exploring what would it feel like to be fulfilled right now. Not waiting for another future moment. Not waiting for our dreams to be realized, for our goals to be achieved. No. What would fulfillment feel like right now? What comes to mind is the present, this moment, right? You can go outside wherever you're living. You can sit on the steps of your house or your porch or wherever you might be, your apartment. Sit somewhere where you could get a view. You just get a view of your neighborhood or wherever you're living. And you pause for a moment. Something about the present moment, it isn't all that blah. It's not all that bliss, like it doesn't have to be super blissful. You're like, ah. It doesn't necessarily, it's not always super blissful like the mind makes it out to be. When you step into the present moment, the more and more you are stepping into this grounded reality of everything that's happening minus your thoughts and feelings about it. The more you do that, the more you recognize those thoughts within the mind. the more you recognize the visions that arise, whether it's from the past fears, doubts, uncertainties. Those visions, they all start coming up. When we're not aware enough, we take that aspect of the mind too seriously. We take it seriously. We take it personally, I'd rather say. It becomes personal to us. Our memories of the past, they become personal. We forget that we're more than the individual. We forget that we're more than what arises within space, within consciousness. We've forgotten. We must remember. And every time you step into the present moment, you give yourself the opportunity to remember who the hell you are. Okay? And the more you do that, those thoughts you once gave all this validation to. Let's say it's a thought of unworthiness, a thought of the need to people please, not speaking up for yourself, being too fearful, not putting yourself out there. All of those thoughts, whatever it might be, they come up. And when you're very often, you're stepping into this state of observation, of awareness, of being. This becomes so familiar that when you notice yourself being tugged by your external environment, instead of grounded, rooted like a tree, when you notice yourself being tugged, it's just not normal. You know it's not normal. Click. Immediately, you step into a state of awareness. This is not me. This is not my life. I'm greater. I am more. Whatever challenge that comes towards me, it's meant for me. I will get through it. Through it. Through awareness. El Chico, I'm happy and grateful for everything and everyone in my life. Now. Yes. Yes, now. Every person in your life right now. Everything in your life right now. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. What if you ask yourself this question? You think about your life situation. You think about a challenge that you're having. Some deficit in your life. Think about it. And you say, my life situation ain't that bad, actually. Ain't that bad. Yeah, I may have this goal and this dream and that dream. But it doesn't mean this moment has any less value than another. That's stepping into a fulfilled state of being. That is stepping into gratitude. Talk about gratitude. Being so grateful for this moment. Being so grateful for all that you have right now. All that you have accomplished right now. Or maybe just even being right now. Not even anything you may have attained, but simply being. Notice how that level of depth, that level of awareness, it allows you to feel fulfillment right now. This is what we're looking for. When we say we want to live this, when we're looking and we're searching here and there, we're looking and we're searching, and so many are, I want to overcome the I want to overcome these thoughts, I want to transcend, I want to separate from my thoughts, I want to observe my thoughts. I won't feel fulfilled until I know how to observe my thoughts. I won't feel fulfilled until I separate from thought. You just step back for a moment. Just be here. And notice if there's any resistance as I share this, right? If resistance arises, just notice that resistance. That is the exact story, the exact identity that is fogging up your sense of recognition of the now. I am affirming contentment within me. El Chico. I am affirming contentment within me. Yes, yes, yes. I love the spell. What came to mind was how we're shown within this world, the society we live in. Some may call it the Matrix. But what we see often is this desire for more, right? That's the aspect of the ego. But desire for a big house and big cars and multiple things, right? Those desires. We think that is what we're looking for because we are seeing it so often, the mind, right? This is how thoughts and ideas are programmed into the mind. And we're not aware of it until we have a sense of space and a sense of feeling fulfillment. But when we're constantly being shown that day after day, every time you hop onto social media and you see that, a fulfilling life is making sure that, I have this many subscribers, or I'm making this much money, or I'm living here, or I have this. When we're consistently seeing that, it is affirming these stories within our mind. So, of course, it's going to feel so real. It's going to feel like nothing that can't be questioned in the moment because there's not enough space. But when we step out enough, we question enough, but we just step out of it enough, we start to see that that's not what we're truly desiring. How would we know that? For me, myself, I look at the people who already have what it is we're sold and told that would make us fulfilled, that would make us happiest, that would make us joyful. I look at those people. It could be a celebrity, some rich person, someone on TV, maybe somebody you know. They have a job and they have this job, whatever it might be, wherever it is in your environment, right? And they're not as happy as we thought they would be. They're not as happy as we thought they would be. I remember coming to that realization as I was awakening, becoming more aware, questioning everything. I'm like, they're not even that happy. They're not even that fulfilled. So then what is it then? What is it? How is it that we're supposed to live every day and live a fulfilled life if even the people who have the things that they told us would make us fulfilled, they don't feel fulfilled? Much love to them. I'm sending love to them. Sending love to all of us. We are one. But it's just an interesting concept, an interesting idea to question. Eye of the tiger, my only want is to not want. It's a Sufi saying. Ronin, attached to nothing, connected to everything. You know what's very interesting, Eye of the Tiger? is like my only want is to not want. I have something funny around the word want, right? One day I was sitting by a lake, and I noticed how an attachment that I noticed how it was making me feel. I was so attached to it that it caused suffering. It caused me to feel unhappy. I was in my favorite park, sitting by a beautiful lake. Birds were chirping. It was serene, but within me, my internal world, I was just resisting the moment because it wasn't what the mind created it to be. It didn't match my vision of what I thought the moment should look like. So I said out loud, wanting is the root of all suffering. I know Buddha says desire is the root of all suffering. And in that moment, I started to sit and contemplate how I was feeling, desire, the feeling of what desire does, and even want. Some may argue and say, wanting and desire, those are different. Wanting isn't as intense as desire. When I think of the word want, it means that something is not here. Therefore, we must go. Something is not here, and we need it right now. Want. There's still a gap. There's still space. When I say want and I think of the word want, what a feeling comes within me, what vision comes within me is a gap of space. No fulfillment in this gap of space until I get here. So what I'm saying, kind of tying it back to with want, is sometimes when we want to attach, that becomes an attachment. On this awakening process, we'll have these desires to transcend the I, because the I, it makes me suffer. This I is making me suffer. Who is the I? Who is the me? Who? When we sit in observation of resistance, when we're in observation of our attachments, it's easier to just relinquish any need. A need to feel good, a need to feel at peace, a need to feel fulfilled. We can attach to that too. I mean, yeah. It's like we attach to that too, and in whatever way it looks like. Some say, hey, fulfillment is getting that cool house and cool car, that all the, that cool house and that cool car. And some say fulfillment is what comes to mind is how Buddha may look and feel, how a spiritual teacher, that is fulfillment. But what the mind has done is created an idea, and this is where I'm trying to get to. The mind has created an idea, just as it's created an idea about what it would feel like. Let's just say for all your dreams to come true, okay? May not be a house and a car. That's very generic. It's basic, but you guys kind of know what I mean. Whatever your dreams are, your dreams. Did I just forget my point? Oh dear, it escaped me. The mind makes up ideas of what fulfillment looks like. We get so attached to that it pulls away from right now. So when we step into how does fulfillment feel like, we step into a state of being. And our feelings begin to influence the visions within our mind. And one of the most powerful ways to step into this groundedness of fulfillment, of feeling, is gratitude. Gratitude for right now. And we start to recognize the identities we've placed on our dreams, whether it is to be enlightened, quote unquote. And I like using that example, especially within the spiritual community, because that tends to be this idea of the end all be all. Once I am an enlightened master, I will be fulfilled. Enlightenment is a state of being. To be enlightened is a state of being. And the more we step into that present moment, we begin to expand our awareness of enlightenment more and more and more. We all love at the level of our own consciousness. We all express ourselves in the level of our own consciousness. We all engage in the world in the level of our own consciousness. So each of us, we have a different degree in our own way. Instead of trying to make yourself fit this image of enlightenment, of freedom, of fulfillment in the mind, be it right now by feeling it right now, grounding into this moment, stating gratitude for this moment, and being here fully. Gratitude that you're aware for being aware. Y'all, we are aware right now. We're aware right now. That's insane. Simultaneously, it is what it is. Eddie, namaste. Welcome to Here Now Livestream. Thank you for coming in and bringing positive vibrations. I have the tiger life. We are life. You don't just have a life. You are life. You don't just have a life, you are life. I say this quote all the time. Life is difficult. And when you accept and acknowledge that life is difficult, life no longer becomes difficult. True. You know why? Because you chose to align with the moment. You chose to align with what is. Instead of what you thought life was supposed to be. You choose to align with what is. Well, life is difficult. All right, well, life is difficult. No resistance whatsoever. Whoa, that feels great. I'm learning to embody gratitude. Embodying gratitude. What comes to mind when I think of embodying gratitude is no resistance. The more we observe ourselves, the more we observe our thoughts and emotions in non-reactivity, the easier it is to recognize when a resistance arises in our life. I'll tell you a funny story. To me, it's funny. Maybe not in the moment, it wasn't. There's a moment where I felt this, it's not really a story, it's kind of short, but I felt this need to cry. Something happened and I felt this need to cry. And immediately I resisted it. I was alone by myself, right? Most of the times we feel more comfortable crying alone than we do in front of other people. Baby steps, you know? I noticed through observing this mind, observing the body, observing the actions and choices, of just observing, I said, whoa, I just resisted emotions from arising within me. Whoa. You know what that means? I'm going to go allow myself to cry right now. I'm going to allow that channel to open and allow what needs to arise so I can shift my relationship with that story, with that image, with that identity, with that attachment. It feels fulfilling to recognize when we're resisting. We don't know how often we're doing it throughout the day. The more we resist, the less we can embody gratitude. You embody gratitude more by inviting in gratitude, by observing resistance, by observing those negative emotions that arise, those stories, the old patterns that arise. Eye of the Tiger, you remind me of a poem by Rumi. What poem? Let me know. I'll look it up. El Chico, but I'm understanding that it's our natural state. Yes, gratitude, our natural state. Peace, our natural state. Calm, our natural state. Shall I continue? Fulfillment, our natural state. Satisfaction, contentment, our natural state. That is our natural state. Don't get it twisted. That's what we've been programmed to believe the opposite. We've been programmed to believe that we need to get from here and there and over there and over there. And they're selling us what is already our natural state. But when we can tap into that, when we give ourselves the opportunity to do that, we know it and we can't unknow it. And then we start to look outside the world and we're like, wow. Then you start to see more and more. Ugh. What is distracting us? Eye of the Tiger. Wow, natural state. I never saw it like that. Yes. Yes. Natural incense. For anyone who is interested in plant-based incense, I highly recommend this incense. I've been using so much of it. I used all of the passion. Right now I'm going to use frankincense. I'm going to use that one right now. But this is plant-based incense. For me, what I find is that when I burn incense, it's grounding. It's an aromatherapy. It brings us back into the present moment. Here's one of the boxes. This is a box of 12. I'm an affiliate partner with them, by the way. The link is in the description. So when you purchase this, you are also helping me out and supporting this channel. But incense, frankincense is what I'm about to use right now. Experience the natural difference. Our incense is made of the old-fashioned way, from scratch with raw natural ingredients, which include pure frankincense powder and coconut charcoal. I'll show you what it looks like too. It's actually light. The other ones were darker. This one's cool. So I enjoy these incense. I use them every day. Even when I go out to the park and I'm just walking around, I'll hold it. It's just fun to have. They also sent me citronella, by the way. This is also pretty nice. You live in where there's a lot of mosquitoes, you're going camping. For me, there's mosquitoes all the time because I'm in Florida. This is a pretty big, pretty nice too. Comes with a nice bowl to catch the ashes, and citronella for the incense, 100% plant-based, biodegradable, no DEET, no toxins, no dyes, and it's big. These are big ones, so they'll last a while outside. When I do, show this, I got to get used to showing these things. I enjoy doing full moon ceremonies with my friends on the beach. And there's only one beach by me where we can get away with doing a bonfire right on the beach. But what comes with being on this beach are mosquitoes and no-see-ums. I am not sure if any of y'all know what no-see-ums are, but they are exactly what the name is. No-see-um. You can't see them. So you feel things biting you and you're like, ow, ow, ow. And then you wake up the next day and the irritation is so bad. It's not like a regular bug bite. It doesn't just swell up. It's like a tiny little firm, like, I don't know how to say it, dot. I have no clue how to describe it right now. But yeah, so I'm doing when I do my next ceremony out on the beach, or, once I go to the park, I'm going to use this to let y'all know how it is. But this is what it looks like. Really nice. So if any of you all are interested in natural choice incense for your meditation, for just sweet, nice aromatherapy within your room, hey, check that out. It's the best way to go. So as always, to everyone who's been to Here Now Livestream, you know the deal. We're going to burn this incense and we're going to state gratitude. Right now, everyone in the chat, let me know what you are grateful for right now. Let me know, what are you grateful for? Oh, by the way, poem's too long for comment. Eye of the Tiger, if you give me the title, I can look it up. Eddie, you radiate great energy. I wish the best for you. Thank you so much, Eddie. I appreciate that. So grateful that you're here to bring positive vibrations. Eye of the Tiger, health. Yes, health. Eddie, I am grateful for life. Woo! Life. I would like to state, I am grateful to freely express myself. I'm grateful to be here in this space and speak from my heart to all of you here. So much gratitude. So much gratitude for that. It took me a while to get into a space like this. So I'm grounding myself in the moment and stating gratitude for this. Ronan, grateful for fresh air. Yes. One conscious breath. You take time throughout each of your days to take one conscious breath. You are aligning yourselves with the moment. You are aligning yourselves with the present moment. You are centering yourself. Each day, give gratitude for fresh air. Ronan, Rumi love, non-existence. Sweet. Once I light this incense, I'll look that one up. We're stating gratitude for health, gratitude for life, gratitude for fresh air, and gratitude to freely express ourselves and to speak from the heart. As you can see, I enjoy torches. There we go, there we go. All right, we got the incense. Oh, forgot to put this back. Rumi, love, and non-existence. All right, let's check it out. Bless you, baby. I have a kitty. I got her a box the other day. I didn't get her a box. I ordered something and she loves boxes. Then I put a blanket inside and that became her favorite spot. Like, I don't need to go buy her a bed at the bookstore, at the pet store. All she needs is a box. You know, cats are simple. Cats are simple. Well, Queenie is simple. And non-existence. All right. Okay. That non-existence is in an ocean and the world foam. Is this Rumi? Let me double check. Double check. Is that the beginning of it? Eye of the Tiger. Non-existence is an ocean and the world foam. Rumi on non-existence. I do have Rumi books too. Not sure. Rumi, the master of love. In the existence of your love, I have become non-existent. Ooh, whoa. Whoa. I just read something and that was great. In the existence of your love, I have become non-existent. Wow. This was just a picture that I saw of it. I'm not sure if it was a whole poem. So that was essentially what I was sharing, right? We create the mind. I'm not going to say we. Learning how to shift my language as well, so that the more we shift our language as best as we can, especially when, language in general, language in general how do I say this? All right, I'll get back to that. Don't worry about that. In the existence of your love, I have become non-existent. The mind makes up this idea of love. And it may not even be the mind, right? It's the thoughts, the ideas, what we see, what we're surrounded by. All these ideas of what love is and what love looks like. And in this search and in holding on to this attachment, in holding on to that identity, the existence of source, the existence of spirit, consciousness, in whatever way you find connection, right? That becomes non-existent. This is why it's so important that throughout the day, you are inviting in space. Through inviting in space, you invite in awareness. Through inviting in awareness, you invite in consciousness. Enough space for consciousness to be aware of itself. Now, the minds might try to understand that, right? The minds might try to create an idea of what that looks like. Consciousness being aware of itself. What does that look like? The mind won't be able to. Because we aren't what arises within this space. Within this space, right? This form identity, it's not who we are. We're beyond it. And in order to connect with that, it's just inviting in space. To be honest, we're already connected to it. I think that is the best way to, like, in this moment, right, being here right now, you're in connection to it. You're in awareness of it. That might look different from me to you, to someone else here in this chat, but it doesn't matter. It does not matter. Your awareness, the more you give awareness, the more you give attention, the more you give energy to that, it expands and expands. It's all about being accepting of where you are right now. Accepting of where you are right now. Whatever your level of consciousness is, however much money you have in your bank account, however many friends you have, whatever job you have, your compliments, and whatever it is, you bring more awareness to right now. You bring more awareness to your consciousness of your awareness of this moment. That's all you need. The greatest gift you can give yourself is to be here right now. The greatest gift you can give yourself is to be here right now. Whenever you find yourself lost, okay, be okay with it. You find yourself confused, be okay with it. You find yourself unfulfilled, unsatisfied, you guessed it. Be okay with it. Through being okay with it, you align yourself with this moment. Through being okay with it, you release your idea of what this moment should be or is supposed to be. You're just okay with it. You're like, my life situation ain't that bad. This moment, it's not that bad. I thought it was that bad. It's not that bad. It's really not. I'm breathing. I've got fresh air. I've got health. My heart is beating. I have the cognitive ability to hop onto social media and listen to Here Now Livestreams. I'm grateful for life. Life situation ain't that bad. Listen. Life does not need to get better. It doesn't need to get better. It's the mind that tells us it needs to get better. It's the mind that says it needs to get better. Life is life. Life is what it is. And when you accept that is, you accept the isness. Not only are you centered, not only are you aligned, but you recognize that you are life. You are life. You are the flow. You are the present moment. When you're in flow, you are the moment. You're not overthinking. Each and every one of us has had a moment where we were in flow while doing something. We were in a flow. So engaged, our fullest awareness in what we're doing. So engaged that we are the whole moment. An open channel. You're an artist. You're a singer. You're a speaker. Maybe you're a researcher. You're on the computer researching. Consciousness could flow. Consciousness is always flowing through us. See, when we're in flow, consciousness is speaking through us, and ego is not getting in the way. Ego is not getting in the way, right? Judgment of ourselves, feeling the need to compete, thinking that life is a race that we have lost. 'Tis not. We are life. How could we lose if we are life? Take a deep breath. Remind yourself that prosperity, that peace, that joy, it's all here. It's all right now. And I want to share something with you. One more thing I'd like to share with you all. I had this moment. It was several moments, to be honest, but it was a moment I was so relaxed in the moment, that the mind, it sank in. That's the best way I could describe it. I learned how to describe this from a book that I read, because I had no idea what happened until I read a book and I was like, that happened to me. It was like an ego death, but a very interesting one, right? No psychedelics here, nothing. In fact, I hadn't used anything in like years, months, all right? So fully engaged in the moment. So, and when I say fully engaged, I was watching tennis, all right? I like tennis. I like sports, all right? I was watching tennis. I was so relaxed. Chilling with my mom, hanging out in her room. Became so relaxed. The mind sank in. Awareness expanded. And I knew I was in awareness of whatever the word is. I was everything. I was life. I almost felt like I could see around the corner or be around the corner. I tapped into the moment. And I remember in that moment, there was nothing I wanted. There was nothing that I desired. Nothing I wanted, nothing I desired. I still was in awareness of this individual I, right? I was still awareness of it, but I was not consumed in it. I wasn't fully identifying with it. I had a major shift in consciousness. In that moment, I wasn't seeking anything. I wasn't even in a formal meditation. It literally happened. And what that introduced to my world was just for how I see it, what it would feel like to be fulfilled right now. No wanting, no desiring. So therefore, in that moment, there's no suffering. When we step into that space, and we know we can consciously step into that space, it allows us to flow throughout this world. Not trying to escape the individual I, but instead to embrace it, to express yourself fully, knowing that you are safe, knowing that you are supported, knowing you are protected, you are being led, you are guided, knowing. And that there's no need to feel like any other moment has more value than this one right here, right now. There's a lot more that I dissected from that. But in that moment, it influenced me to explore this idea of wanting and desiring. Does that mean that I wake up every day and I don't have a want and there's not a desire? No, that does not mean that. It means that I am in awareness that there is a state of being where I know I do not need to want or desire. So when I am aware enough and conscious enough, I could step there and I could be there with whatever thoughts and feelings that might attempt to challenge that. Man, yeah, like challenge that. I remember sharing this concept on TikTok, and boy, there's a couple egos that were a little triggered. I was like, whoa, look at what the ego does. It's, I don't take it personal right now in this moment. I think in that moment, I was definitely taken aback because I was speaking from my heart and I shared that. And that was in that moment where I recognized what happens when this egoic mind, this unconscious aspect, right? When it is being threatened. Because ego's identity is all based on wanting and desire. So to say that wanting is the root of all suffering, that was specifically what wanting specifically, it challenged ego, it challenged identity, it challenged the way certain individuals reach for goals and try to achieve certain goals. It challenged that. So it caused that disruption and it caused those comments on the chat. Gosh. I'm laughing because I'm remembering the comments and I was like, wow. I was just remembering just how surprised I was by the reaction. But it's true. So you might ask, all right, Morris, all right. So yeah, we can live in the present moment and not have wants or desires. Okay, well, how do I reach my dreams? How do I live out my purpose? Here's what I have found. I like to use the word inclination. When we are in tune with our inner voice, when we're in tune with our intuition, we have inclinations. It's kind of like you follow your intuition when you're walking down the street and you intuitively decide to turn left on the sidewalk instead of crossing the street. And you realize by turning left, you end up seeing a store, a crystal shop. And in your head before, you said, oh, I want to get a crystal. I don't know when, but I'll figure it out. You let it go. You turn left, there goes a crystal shop that that has crystals that you wanted to go check out. You have an inclination. There was no desire there. You didn't have a desire to turn left because you knew turning left was already an option. It was already there. The more we step into the present moment, the more you step into the present moment, just notice. Just notice how you feel inclined to make a certain decision. And it doesn't come from desire. It doesn't come from wanting. It doesn't come from this space that needs to be filled. You're just being led. You're being pushed. Pushed isn't even the word. Like, you're being led, you're being guided, and you're just putting one foot in front of the other. There's nothing missing. You're just being. And so that has been something that I have been exploring more and more each day. And I'm sure I'll have more to share around that. But this is what it looks like to shift your lifestyle. To shift your lifestyle to inviting presence into your life. When you invite presence into your life, you awaken your intuition. You align with your inner voice. All of that is you. Inner voice is you. Intuition is you. Higher self, it's you. Inner self, wherever. It's all you. It's all another form of expanding your awareness. So yeah. When you leave this live stream, take in what you can. Receive whatever you receive, take it. And tomorrow, and in between the next live stream, each day, notice inclination versus desire. Notice what you feel inclined to do versus feeling a desire or a want or things like that. Notice. That's all you need to do is notice. 99.9% of transformation is noticing. The other 0.1% is the actual shift, and that is natural. Because you've noticed so much, there's no attachment because you saw what attachment has done to you. Just Sean, homework, yes. Y'all, we're getting homework. We're getting action steps. Sean knows. Sean knows what it is. How Sean knows what we do. Okay, we have action steps. That'll be a good thing. After every Here Now live stream, I will share an action step. I will invite you all to take part in this action step, okay? And the action step after today's Here Now live stream is to bring awareness between the difference between a desire and an inclination. Desire, there's a gap. There's this feeling of when I get it, I'll be happy. Inclination is I'm here in the moment and this is what I'm doing. This is a choice. In fulfillment, you recognize it each step of the way. Just notice. If anything, okay, just notice desire. If we can take a step lower, right? Wherever you want to go. I have options for y'all, okay? And in the next Here Now live stream, I'm going to ask, how'd that go? How did your awareness shift? How did it feel? What did you notice? Notice that within yourself, all right? If you enjoy the messages that I share on this channel and you would like to support this channel, do donate to my PayPal down below. Your support will help bring a team in to help this channel continue to grow and expand on the vision through getting more equipment, better equipment, as well as more content for this channel. It's not necessary, it's just appreciated. 'Tis all. I want you all to thank yourselves for showing up today. Thank yourselves for being in this space. State gratitude for opening yourself up to be in a space for you to learn, to grow, to heal, to be real. For allowing yourself to be in a space where you can expand your awareness on what it looks like and feels like to step into the present moment, to be here right now. As we close out, each one of you on here, share one word in this live stream to describe your day. Share one word in the chat that described your day. I'll put mine down right here. Slow. Today was slow. One word. Doesn't have to be, you don't have to overthink it. Anything simple. Chase. Fulfilling. I like that. Just Sean, relaxing. Got some high vibrational feelings here, huh? Shifting our awareness. Hey, and if your day wasn't fulfilling, relaxing, or slow, it doesn't matter, man. Life is what it is. We have our sad days. You can say sad. You can say depressing. It's all right. Don't worry. Accept everything. Be okay with it. Be okay with it. Thank you, Chase and Sean. Yes. We've got slow from me, fulfilling from Chase, and relaxing from just Sean. What a day. What a day. What a day. Let's take a moment right here to take a couple conscious breaths, stating gratitude for today's Here Now live stream session. We have dived into the topic of what does it feel like to be fulfilled. Ronan said typical. Eye of the tiger, a daze. Ooh. Typical. I like that. Typical. A typical day. It's typical. Stating gratitude for being here. Let's take a minute to be still and take some conscious breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. 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 Two more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Thank you all for being here. Thank yourselves for being here. I'm sending you peace. I'm sending you love. I'm sending you clarity. I was about to say gratitude. I guess you can send someone gratitude, huh? I'm sending you gratitude. I'm grateful for you. I appreciate you and all of your energies and continuously returning to Here Now Livestreams. Thank you for filling this space with love, with blessings, with honor, with peace, with presence, with high vibrations. Thank you all for being here right now. I will see you all. It is Thursday. I will see you all Sunday, same time, 6:45 p.m. Topic to be announced. Sending you all peace. Like thought shared. Be here now. Yes. See, I have the tiger. Keep high vibing. Love it. Peace and love. Like that shared. Take care. Much love. Thanks for being a moderator. Just Sean, thanks for being a moderator too. I appreciate the both of you. Peace and love, community chat. See you next time, Chase. Blessings to you, Ronan. Peace and love. Morsi, signing out.